It appears the residents of the Ogun River bank may have to resort to help themselves instead of waiting for government to help them to avoid being adversely affected by the ravaging flood. That's because the Ogun State government has restated its warning to the residents to relocate from the troubled areas in line with the forecast by the Nigeria Meteorological Agency.
Nothing to do with channelization. The river course is there. It's more of people building close to the river. They are supposed to observe some particular meters of setback. Those people didn't do that. We also see that some of these houses have been marked for demolition. They've been asked to, leave those communities that you will see for yourself. People almost building on the river. So that is why they are affected this much. And they too, they know, they've been warned, and it's just unfortunate that that happened. There's nothing that can be done. It's not channelization, it's the volume of water that was released is one too many at a particular point in time. So there's nothing anybody can do about that. It's just for us to warn the people to expect it. That has been done. When it happens, they're supposed to move to safer grounds, so to forestall loss of lives. That is what I believe should have been done before now. But people are in the habit of saying, it's not going to get worse than this, and then before you know it, they are trapped, and then it becomes an emergency situation.
The Society of Gynecology and Obstetrics of Nigeria, SOGAN, is partnering with the Yobe State government in the northeast to reduce maternal and child mortality rates. To this end, the society has supplied drugs to help fight against common ailments of pregnant women, as well as boost their blood levels.
In approximately 7 years of insurgency in northeast Nigeria, a phenomenon little known until now has arisen in the country, known as internally displaced persons. Owing to the destruction of their homes and health facilities, residents were forced to move into temporary shelters with limited access to health care. Yet, to this teeming number of people, children have been born. Concerned about the rate of maternal and child mortality among IDPs and the less privileged in the region, the Society of Gynecology and Obstetrics of Nigeria is in Yobe State to help out with donations of drugs and medical equipment. According to the Nigeria Demographic and Health Survey, under 5 mortality rate in 2013 stood at 128 deaths per 1,000 live births, and maternal deaths accounted for 32% of all deaths among women between the ages of 15 and 49. Doctors in the northeast say the odds are against women in that region.
We have the highest maternal mortality rate. We have the highest infant mortality rate, even before the insurgencies. So the income of insurgency has equally increased these rates.
Under the SOGAN scheme, the less privileged, especially pregnant women, are to benefit from free medication.
Are drugs that are used routine to prevent malaria in pregnancy, to also treat malaria during pregnancy, to also treat hypertension during pregnancy, what is known as preeclampsia during pregnancy, to also during labor prevent too much blood loss that can kill a woman.
The scheme also includes training programs for local healthcare personnel.
With their expertise and mentoring, we look forward to further improvement in the quality of care we are giving to our antenatal attendees and improving maternal and neonatal outcomes in the state.
SOGAN wants to improve health-seeking habits of women and the less privileged through sensitization, which it believes will reduce maternal and child mortality indices in the state.
Let's bring you some news concerning crime and security now. A clash between operatives, that is security operatives, and some hoodlums in the community in River State has resulted in the destruction of property worth millions of naira. No fewer than 20 cars are said to have been destroyed in the violence which occurred in the early hours of today in the Borochiri area of Port Harcourt, the state capital. The residents have accused the anti-cultism unit of the River State Police Command of being responsible. However, the police have denied this allegation, insisting that security forces had no part in the destruction. The police special task force was set up to fish out those believed to be behind the destructive activities of cult members in Rivers State. A teacher and 2 vice principals of the Model College Igbonla in Ekpe area of Lagos have been kidnapped by gunmen. The gunmen, who were said to be heavily armed, invaded the college in the early hours of today and whisked the victims away. According to the Commissioner of Police in Lagos State, Mr. Fatai Awosheni, 5 persons were earlier kidnapped, but 2 of them were swiftly rescued by police. He said efforts are on to rescue the others, while operatives of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad have been deployed on a rescue mission. Also weighing in on the matter, the House of Representatives has asked the Inspector General of Police to ensure the prompt rescue of the kidnapped persons. Kidnapping, especially along the riverine areas of Lagos, has been on the increase in recent times. The Imo State government may be keeping to its word of improving quality of lives in some communities following agitations of militants that they've been neglected. Now it has deployed about 100 medical personnel to kick off the free medical care for indigents in local government areas of Imo State. At the official flag-off, the state government commended the people for the peace enjoyed and promised to keep developing the areas.
Peace is gradually returning to several communities in Ohaji Egbema and Uguta local government areas, following a recent offer of amnesty to militants in the area by the Imo State government. And as part of government's promise during the amnesty deal to improve the lives of the people, this free medical outreach program is brought to the area.
Basically, we are looking at minor ailments like hypertension, diabetes, malaria, enteric fever, and so on. So basically, our job here is to take care of the medical ailments affecting the whole of Ahajeba-Mogota area.
This community, for the period of over 1 year now, deserted this community. People you are seeing here today are people who just returned from where they ran away for their dear life. So the Amnesty Committee saw it as a matter of urgency to give free medical treatment to the people from this area so as to eliminate the intending health challenges or crisis that could come as a result of this deserting of their area.
The traditional ruler of the community commends government's initiative.
We appreciate them. We believe too that with what is on ground, the traditional rulers of this community, Ohajebema Oguta local government, we shall put hands together to ensure it's sustained so that we shall progress. Aside
the special and free medical care, relief materials are also donated to the affected communities to address their immediate needs, adding to the people's hope that the state government will sustain what it has started.